Welcome to my channel. If you like to create, you like to grow, you like to know, or you simply just want to hang out, this is the channel for you. So go ahead and press that like and subscribe button along with that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I go live or upload a brand new video. Hey YouTube family, I am back for another video. I want to say thank you to all my returning subscribers and my new subscribers. And for those of you that have not yet decided whether you want to be a subscriber of my channel, I say to you, welcome to my channel as well. Today, I want to talk about finding your rhythm in business, or finding your rhythm, period. And I'm going to tell you why it is important that you find your rhythm. It is imperative that you find your rhythm because until you really understand how you authentically operate or talk or move, then you won't be able to create the channel or the business that you dream of, right? So I do have some notes on the side. So what I want to do is look at the notes. So if you see me looking down, that's why, because I'm looking at my notes. And I wanted to write some things down so that I can really give you guys the information in which I was thinking about. So how did this subject come about? Well, it came about because I was watching some other people on camera. And a lot of times when I'm watching people on camera, I could tell whether they're uncomfortable. I could tell whether they are distracted. I can tell, whether they just don't feel like they belong there. It's just not something that they want to do, right? And ordinarily, when people first get on camera or they have no experience with being on camera, they are a little bit gun shy, or they're a little bit reserved, or it seems like they don't have much to say, or they're really tongue-tied all the time, right? And I'm not saying that even though we become advanced at doing our videos, we won't have our moments of being tongue-tied, because I've had plenty. But you can tell that they are not comfortable because they have yet to find out what they want to do on live, meaning they don't know if people are going to gravitate towards them. They don't know if they're going to succeed, and they got all these things in their brains while they're on camera. And instead of focusing in on just being the vibrant person that they are, or allowing their personality to shine through, they're concerned about whether people like them, whether they look okay, whether they, said the right things. And that can be a problem with you finding your rhythm, because if you're constantly worried about how you look on camera, what people are thinking, you're not going to find a rhythm, because you're going to always be trying to please people that are coming to your channel. And that's not the object of you starting your channel. That's not the objectivity, right? The objectivity is for you to create a channel that provides information, or that provides great content that makes people want to come back and watch your channel. And I know I said a lot in that one wording. It can be a challenge, right, to find your rhythm. One, because you're nervous. Two, you might not know what type of channel you want right now. Right now, you might want to cover scuba diving, and you just want to talk about scuba diving, and then that's all you want to talk about. And then 6 months later, you might want to talk about scuba diving and yachting and all these different things that have to do with the water. Your channel is going to be ever evolving. Your personality is going to be ever evolving. So again, it can be a little bit discouraging. It can be a little bit challenging. It can be a little bit fearful, because you don't yet know what it is that you're trying to become, right? So it's like a closed flower. You don't see how beautiful the flower is until it opens up. Well, you're not going to open up until you get used to being in front of the camera. You gain that level of persistency. You gain that level of confidence. And the confidence comes just by you sharing what you know. It's not about what you are trying to get other people to know. in regards to what they already know. It's really teaching them about something that they don't already know. So you have unique experience in the game to share. And so one of the things you want to make sure is that you give yourself enough grace and time to find out what type of channel you want to have, who you want to be in front of the camera. You know, when I first started off doing videos, and I will put the link inside of the video, I didn't know what I was talking about. What I did know was I wanted to create a channel where there were entrepreneurs like me that didn't have capital, that had to put all of their blood, sweat, and tears into their own business. They didn't have the financing. They didn't have the credit for the financing. They just built it from scratch. And so I didn't see enough people like that on YouTube or in any social media that were like me per se. Now, I'm not saying that there are not people on YouTube that have not struggled and gone through all of that. But in the beginning, I knew that's the type of format that I wanted, but I didn't know how to go about getting it, right? And so as time progressed, I began to find my rhythm. I figured out, you know, Casey, you can do videos on how to make jewelry and also how to run a business. You can do both because it both applies. So you could be authentically who you are in whatever video you decide to do. Because there are videos I'm doing tutorials on. I'm teaching you how to make a spiral wrap bracelet or a wire wrap earring or whatever it is I'm teaching you. In that video, I can still give you some life experiences and some suggestions and all kinds of little advice maybe you don't want. But that's just me as a person, right? And so I found my rhythm. Also, I had to understand that I do have a bubbly personality. I have a personality, obviously, that is good for the camera. But at first, I didn't know that. I have always been shy or reluctant or not confident. And that's due to some things that people have said to me as I was growing up. And I carried that. And so I really didn't think I had anything to offer, right? And that's a lot of times why we won't get in front of that camera, because we think, oh, I don't have anything to offer anybody. I don't have, you know, this personality like so-and-so. You know, when so-and-so gets on camera, they're just bubbly. They're happy. You know, they're comical. They're musical. They're whatever, right? And we always compare ourselves to other people. That's another reason why we don't find our rhythm, because we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people. If you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, how in the world will you find out the person that you're supposed to be? You're not supposed to be them. You're supposed to be you. And so right now, you're struggling with finding out what type of videos you want to put out, what type of content you want to do, whether it's scuba diving or whether it's tutorials on math or whatever it is that you are seeking to do. Understand this. You have to give yourself a learning curve. You're not going to be whoever it is that you're trying to be overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. And I know you guys have heard me say that, those of you that have been following me for some time. And those of you that are new, I'm going to say that quite often, that Rome was not built in a day. So that means that who I am, who I'm becoming, is not going to process overnight. It's just not going to happen. Your channel is going to evolve, and your channel evolves when you evolve. Your channel sticks out there when you begin to act more confident or really feel more confident in front of the camera. We gain success and notoriety by just showing up. We're not going to gain that automatically. And again, y'all, I want to say this. Everybody that comes to your channel is not going to like your content. They're not going to like you. They're going to think you're too bubbly. They're going to think you're too smart alecky, sarcastic, whatever. They're going to always have some thought. But your main goal is not to be concerned about what people are thinking and saying. Your main goal should be, how do I create great content and be myself at the same time? How do I create this beautiful channel that I'm trying to build without compromising who I am? That's the question. We don't unlock who we are until we find out who we are, if that makes sense. Me, I know I'm one of those people. Listen, I'm sarcastic. I'm very sarcastic. So that's going to come out across, you know, the screen. I'm very passionate about things. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm passionate about a lot of things. And maybe one day I'll come on here and talk to you about all my passions, because I'm passionate about a lot of things. I like a great debate. I like to bring content that's going to help people. I like to showcase the things that I know. And I also like to learn, and I also want to have transparent moments where I talk about the things that I don't know. And so that's what makes my channel what it is, because I'm not afraid to get in the camera and sometimes be goofy, because that is a part of my personality. I'm goofy. I like to have fun. You know, there are lots of things in our lives that are tragic. There are lots of things in our lives that are sad. And I want to bring some type of healing and joy through my videos. And that's another reason why I do these videos. And again, I found my rhythm. So back to why I decided to do this video, because I saw an individual on camera and they weren't comfortable. It was like they've been on camera before, but they still had that uncomfortability and they weren't sure how to get across things to people. And I think you get across to people just by opening up and saying, hey, y'all, I'm nervous. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here, something like that. But again, I'm going to post my first video that I did. It might be 4 years ago now. I don't know. I don't keep the time, but I'm going to show you that video. And in that video, I think I was all over the place. It might have been a short video. It might have been, I don't know. I don't even remember it, to tell you the truth, but I do remember that I thought to myself, I don't know if I can do this. And then I just tried anyway. Where I am now is because I continue to be persistent and dedicated to me, and dedicated to my channel, and dedicated to my business, and dedicated to growing a channel that people can learn from, people can thrive from, right? That is why I'm still here, because I have found what I want to do. Now, to other people, it may look weird, like, well, she do tutorials, but then she do lectures, and then she do short videos. Listen, you can do whatever you want to do on your channel, as long as it's your rhythm. And those of you that are worried about people following you, they're going to follow you. Because there's somebody like you out there. There's somebody that's going to gravitate towards your channel. They're going to say, hey, I love their personality. They're absolutely hilarious. I love the Spirit of God in them. I love I love the fact that they're always inspirational. Somebody's going to gravitate towards you if you just be yourself. Now, I don't want this video to be longer than 15 minutes, but I do want to say, give yourself a little bit of grace. And understand this and remember this. Every person that has ever been in front of the camera, whether it's singing, whether it's acting, you'd be surprised when they first got in front of the camera, some of them wanted to throw up. And they messed up so horribly, and they thought they sucked so bad because they were so focused on whether people will like them, or whether they'll remember their lines, or whether they'll remember the words to the song. I was one of them. And I'm just now finding my rhythm even as I'm singing and doing things, because now it's not about whether the audience likes it. It's about whether or not I found my zone. And I'm saying to you, your videos are about you finding out who you are. That's the purpose of you doing every video, because in every video you're going to find out more about yourself. You're going to find out that you are hilarious. You're going to find out that you are entertaining, because every time you go off camera and watch yourself on camera, you're going to find out new and amazing things about yourself. So I'm telling you, don't give up. You're just about to find out your rhythm. You're just about to find out what you're made of. And I want to encourage you to continue on the journey. I have had people encouraging me. And sometimes I feel like I don't have enough content. And sometimes I feel like I don't even have anything else to say. But tonight, the Holy Spirit gave me something to talk about. And I thought it was very, very vital. And I wanted to share it with you. And I hope that it has blessed you. And I've gone past 15 minutes. But I thought it was imperative to come and share with you the importance about finding out who you are and who you authentically were meant to be. And you'll find that out by watching yourself on camera. All right. Until the next video, I hope that this has been insightful, and I'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you in the next video.